Had a wager with the boys. Couldn't get you on a ride. I just won $20.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at Disneyland's most imaginative rides and attractions, both currently operating and defunct. We're excluding California Adventure as well as other Disney parks.
And in that faith, let us to the end dare to do our duty as we understand it.
Number 10. Peter Pan's Flight.
It looks as if this is going to be one of the most exciting rides of all because as they go through, they see everything that Peter Pan saw.
Since opening its gates in 1955, Disneyland has allowed visitors to become a part of the company's films.
And Peter actually says, "There it is, Wendy, second star to the right and straight on till morning. And then we're going to head toward that second star to the right, and you're actually going to see it explode with new magic before you actually head into the next scene."
At Fantasyland, you can take a wild ride with Mr. Toad to hell. Ironically, that still wasn't as hardcore as Snow White's Scary Adventures, which has since dialed it back with Snow White's Enchanted Wish. For a not-so-dark ride, the perennial favorite is Peter Pan's Flight, giving riders a bird's-eye view of Neverland via a flying galleon.
We still use fiber optics everywhere, smoke and mirrors, but our ability to reinvent the way it's presented by scaling it up, scaling it down, figuring out a way to trick guests into believing it again.
Walt Disney cited Fantasyland as his favorite part of the park, saying, quote, "What youngster has not dreamed of flying with Peter Pan over moonlit London?" Of course, the ride is just as enchanting for adults, bringing out the childhood wonder in all ages.
The great writer Ray Bradbury to write Walt immediately a postcard saying, "I will be eternally grateful. Today, I flew out of a child's bedroom window in a pirate galleon and set sail for Neverland over a moonlit London."
Number 9. Indiana Jones Adventure.
I've been waiting for you with your Disneyland passport.
John, I didn't travel all this way to end up like Smiling Jack there.
After Indiana Jones took center stage at a Disney World stunt show, George Lucas and the Imagineers set course for another adventure in Anaheim. This time, guests wouldn't just get to watch Indy risk his neck, they'd come along to explore the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. The ride not only captured the thrills of the original trilogy, but also the detailed mythology.
We try to set up the feeling that you're in an archaeological site. You get completely engrossed in the theme of the whole thing. We wanted to take and build that kind of a world the pirate ride had and add an excitement that the Star Tours has and put it into one package and make it happen to you.
While some iconic moments like the rolling boulder are recreated, the ride tells an original story involving the god Mara, voiced by James Earl Jones.
Don't look at the eye. Don't look at the eye. Harris, don't look at the eye.
As hard as you might resist, somebody in your vehicle will inevitably gaze into Mara's haunting eyes, sending you all on a daring journey involving fireballs, skeletons, and a giant snake. Why'd it have to be snakes?
Next time, you're on your own.
Number 8. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
It's in keeping with Disney tradition, an experience, a show with runaway mine trains that whisk guests through dark tunnels and mine shafts.
Although not relayed to the guests during the experience, this train coaster has a surprisingly intricate backstory involving a not-so-natural disaster, an abandoned town, and possessed trains that still roam the cursed mountain. Whether or not you're familiar with its mythos, all you need to know is that this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
But every day, Big Thunder strikes. Big Thunder strikes.
Although Walt Disney had been gone for several years, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad was the location's first ride without any input from the park's namesake. It was the brainchild of Imagineer Tony Baxter, who's responsible for a few rides on this countdown.
The tough thing was taking a roller coaster, which is a series of hairpins and unusual formations that you would never see in reality, and putting rockwork around that so that people look at it and they believe in it.
Big Thunder Mountain was his first masterpiece, sending us on an untamable locomotive charging across the steepest mountain ranges and most explosive mines that Frontierland has to offer. Number 7. Matterhorn bobsleds.
Our Matterhorn was scaled for the first time on its inauguration. Since then, during the vacation months, climbing it has become a daily event.
When Disneyland opened, it lacked a roller coaster that could appease thrill-seeking adults and older kids. By 1959, the park had corrected this with a tubular steel coaster, the first of its kind in the world. What made Matterhorn bobsled stand out, though, was its design modeled after the real-life mountain in the Alps. Ironically, most Westerners are probably more familiar with Disney's version, which takes a few liberties with the inclusion of the abominable snowman.
Can you share some of your favorite memories about living in the Matterhorn?
This red-eyed creature adds a creep factor to an otherwise whimsical expedition. The Matterhorn set the standard for all Disney coasters that followed. Since then, Disney has made coasters that go faster, but few can compete with the Matterhorn's atmosphere. We just wish the Skyway still passed through the mountain.
It's just like at Disneyland.
Not anymore, I'm afraid.
What?
At Disneyland, these sky buckets, they are gone. Kaput.
Number 6. Splash Mountain.
I must say that just walking through the park today, you can sense the excitement in the air. As you mentioned, I've covered many great events from inaugurations to Super Bowls, but this first run down Splash Mountain seems to have captured the imagination of the entire country.
Another Tony Baxter creation, Splash Mountain served a dual purpose: to repurpose animatronics from the short-lived America Sings attraction and fulfill Dick Nunes's request for an overdue log flume ride. The name Splash Mountain was meant to capitalize on the 1984 Touchstone film starring Tom Hanks and Daryl Hannah.
We were opening July 17th, which was Disneyland's birthday in 1989.
Instead of mermaids, though, the ride was populated with characters from Song of the South. While the 1946 film that inspired it might have problematic roots, the ride brought joy for more than 30 years with its catchy music, cheerful critters, and long drops guaranteed to leave patrons soaked.
And you're zipping in a flash on a daring dash down a waterfall so rapid that you go split splash.
Although the 2024 Princess and the Frog re-theme was met with resistance, Tiana's Bayou Adventure maintains what made its predecessor special while forming its own identity.
So if anybody had any worries about the big drop not still being crazy and exciting, they have nothing to worry about, as I'm about to experience right now.
Number 5. Fantasmic.
It would knock you out of your socks. Yeah. Out your shoes, too. Oh, I like the dragon. You have to see it to believe it.
Since 1992, Frontierland's Rivers of America has provided a backdrop for the nighttime spectacular known as Fantasmic. While the show has gone through various iterations over the decades, the basic setup remains the same as we follow Mickey into his most pleasant dreams and worst nightmares, encountering other Disney characters along the way.
I'll turn that little mountain dream into a nightmare fantastic. Imagine this.
Indeed, Fantasmic plays like a dream, with the lighting and water effects sending us into an enchanting daze that we never wish to awaken from.
Children, of course, will simply look at this and assume it's magic, which it is in a way. Adults might wonder, how do they do this?
Like Fantasia, Fantasmic isn't so much about telling a coherent story as it is about giving the audience an experience, one of sight, sound, and vibes, where anything that springs into one's imagination can become a reality. With the first stroke of Bruce Healey's score, we are pumped.
Use your imagination.
Number 4. Space Mountain.
Jettison Disneyland 1, Space Mountain Code 2, clear for takeoff.
Instrumentation.
Instrumentation, go.
Propulsion.
Go.
Facilities.
Go.
Electrical.
Go.
An outer space-themed roller coaster was among the many concepts in the back of Walt Disney's head that wouldn't be realized until after his death. Making its first appearance at Disney World in 1975, Space Mountain arrived in Anaheim 2 years later.
Spaceport flight, you may proceed with the launch.
Roger. Launch control. This is Steve.
With its Disneyland debut inadvertently coinciding with the release of the first Star Wars movie, Space Mountain took people to another galaxy far, far away. Before even boarding the rocket, the queue immerses guests in a spaceport that sets a tone for the experience that follows. Riders are overcome with gravitas as they're launched into darkness, dashing through a stream of stars. Every time we arrive back at the station, it truly feels as if we were out of this world for a moment.
After entering the Disneyland spaceport, visitors may experience the thrills that space travelers of the future will encounter when rocket trips to the moon become a daily routine.
Number 3. The Haunted Mansion.
Welcome, foolish mortals, to the Haunted Mansion. I am your host, your ghost host.
Oh, that's wild.
From a distance, it might seem like any other antebellum mansion. Making your way to the entrance, though, you'll begin to sense that something's off, which only becomes more apparent as guests are lowered into the depths below. There are only 2 ways out of the Haunted Mansion, and we strongly advise taking a doom buggy rather than the ghost host's way. Despite Disney's struggle to make a film surrounding the attraction, Haunted Mansion has a life of its own with characters, set pieces, and music that remind us that sometimes it's fun to be afraid.
I think the beauty of the ballroom scene is that it's not full of complex technology. It has an authenticity. It creates an atmosphere of reality, and it doesn't feel fake. It's timeless.
Between September and January, Jack Skellington and his crew move in for the Haunted Mansion holiday. Yet those hitchhiking ghosts will always be permanent residents of the manor.
When you hear the knell of a requiem bell, weird glows gleam where spirits dwell.
Number 2. Star Wars: Rise of the Resistance. From Star Tours to Smuggler's Run, George Lucas's creation has provided endless potential for Imagineering. Rise of the Resistance forever raised the bar not only for Star Wars rides, but Disney parks in general.
The ride uses the most advanced audio animatronic technology to create characters that are eerily human in their expression.
This is essentially several Star Wars attractions rolled into one epic package, seeing guests get captured by the First Order before staging a heart-racing escape. It's an out-of-body experience, on par with participating in a magic act. Transported to a hangar of stormtroopers, we find ourselves asking how this is accomplished.
Disney says the ride is its most ambitious project ever, employing 3 different ride systems.
Soon enough, we stop questioning what we're seeing, letting the Force flow over us. Say what you will about Disney's handling of Star Wars, but Rise of the Resistance is where the 2 achieve perfect balance.
The dark side calls. Will you turn against the light?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Sleeping Beauty Castle, not just a symbol of the park, but of Disney as a whole.
Disneyland's Sleeping Beauty Castle is probably the most beloved icon at Disneyland Park.
It's a small world. It's a song we all know, possibly in more than one language.
It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all.
Mad Tea Party, a ride as maddening as it is wonderful.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world.
Jungle Cruise, animals and dad jokes, what more could you want?
The secret bathing pool of the Indian elephant. And it's okay to stare, they have their trunks on.
Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the closest we've ever come to entering a cartoon world.
Told you nothing was gonna go wrong.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Pirates of the Caribbean.
There's a boat every few seconds coming through here, so the story has to be continuous.
Walt Disney famously said, quote, "Disneyland will never be completed. It will continue to grow as long as there is imagination left in the world." While Disneyland is breaking new ground nearly 70 years later, the park's crowning achievement is still arguably the last ride that Walt personally oversaw. Pirates of the Caribbean encompasses everything we look for in a Disney attraction: immersive atmosphere, iconic set pieces, and characters who feel real.
It's a symphony of all the talents of Imagineering. These guys have been performing here all those years. It's like a big movie set.
Even before Jack Sparrow and company took the franchise to new frontiers, Pirates of the Caribbean had already given us several staples of pop culture that have endured since the ride's opening in 1967. Capturing the grit, yet also the thrills of a pirate's life, the ride is a call to adventure. What's your go-to Disneyland destination? Let us know in the comments.
Henry is the leader. Terrence sings up a storm and plays terrific guitar. Zeb's the fiddle player. He grins and plays and just barely makes it to the end of his piece.